Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar has definitely been one of the most popular songs in the pop music industry for the past couple of months now. But there's some real, at best controversial, and at worst occult things happening in the lyrics and the music video. So let's talk about it a little bit. The song starts by saying, "Psst, I see dead people." What is that supposed to be about? Well, it all goes back to a feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. It started in the early 2010s and hit a climax here in 2024, where each released multiple diss tracks about the other back and forth. Not Like Us was released by Kendrick Lamar in May of this year, filled with all kinds of clever lyrics to diss Drake. I See Dead People is essentially Kendrick Lamar making a clever analogy for killing Drake with the beef, and this song being the nail in the coffin. The actual reference is a line from the movie Sixth Sense, where the main character sees ghosts who do not yet know their death. Not a good thing to encourage belief in ghosts, even for the sake of an analogy. The song has several blasphemous lyrics. One part says, "Man down calling amber lamps, tell him breathe bro, kneel a blank to the cross, he walk around like Tizo." Kendrick Lamar seems to love cross and crucifixion references, and that's not a good thing. 2 years ago, he sported a crown of thorns on his album cover for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And in his Element music video from 2017, he did a cross pose underwater. Is he portraying himself as a god? Intentionally mocking Christ? Both? Food for thought. Back to Not Like Us. Another line he says is, "Beat your blank and hide the Bible if God watching." And as he says this, he covers a Bible with his arms. So here Kendrick is threatening to beat up Drake, and he hides the Bible as a way to try to show respect for God by not beating him up while a Bible is present in the room. But that's dumb because God is always watching, God sees everything, and what is hiding a Bible gonna do? Multiple times in the song, Kendrick Lamar says he is 69 God. This slug has a double meaning. One, Drake's self-proclaimed nickname is the Six God, six being slang for Toronto, where Drake is from. Several lines in Not Like Us put Drake under the label of a pedophile, and they reach their climax with this line, he is 69 God. This is comparing Drake to 6ix9ine Tekashi, who was caught with an underage girl. But calling a human a god, whether it's a compliment or an insult, is not okay. In the video version of the song, the first thing Kendrick says is, "I am reincarnated." Reincarnation is not biblical. It's a central tenet of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, and it is also embraced in neo-paganism and Wicca. And finally, some observations on the music video itself. It starts in black and white. I'm starting to see that if a music video is black and white, that's a red flag. Black and white has all kinds of occult symbolism. It depicts the duality of good and evil, just like the yin-yang symbol. White represents good, black represents evil, and the presence of both simultaneously is supposed to represent unity. See how twisted that is? The music video also features a clown. As you probably know, clowns have been an increasing presence in scary movies and horror movies over the past couple decades. I've wondered for a long time how something that is supposed to represent someone funny, goofy, happy, clumsy, someone meant to make people laugh, turned into something scary. Well, clowns have always been a popular Halloween costume, and by the 1950s, clown costumes were commercialized. The idea of an evil clown was popularized by Joker from DC Comics beginning in 1940, and more recently in It by Stephen King in 1986 and 2017. Some general occult symbolism could be wearing makeup to hide their potential to be a threat and covering it up. So maybe the fact that clowns like Ronald McDonald, Lunette, JoJo, and circus clowns are friendly are hiding the real character and intent of clowns. Our society does this dichotomy all the time. Another example is dragons, depicting them as friendly creatures when in fact they are a symbol of Satan himself. Let's go back to the part in the music video with the Bible. This 5 seconds right here is loaded. The girl passes the Bible to Kendrick with her right hand. Her left arm covers her right hand as she does, making the hidden hand gesture, which is common in Freemasonry. Her passing the Bible with her right hand is also significant. Even though her left hand is closer to Kendrick, she passes it with her right hand. This is Baphomet symbolism. The right hand in the Baphomet points up as the way to heaven. And which hand does Kendrick grab the Bible with? His left hand. He represents the other side, the other hand, pointing down to hell. He's hiding the Bible, he's threatening to beat someone up, and he's making music that seems harmless but is very occult in nature. Near the end of the music video, we see an owl in a bird cage. The owl is a reference to Drake's music label OVO Sound, whose logo is an owl, and Kendrick paces around the birdcage. This image is probably meant to call Drake a pedophile one more time, signifying that he should be behind bars. But birdcages in general are another red flag when it comes to music videos. Symbols of imprisonment are used in mind-controlled programming representing the mental and physical bondage of Illuminati slaves. So Drake's fans, and perhaps even Kendrick's fans, are now mental slaves to his music. In conclusion, the overall message of the song: they not like us. Toronto isn't like Compton. Pedophiles aren't like non-pedophiles. Colonizers aren't like black people. Musical frauds aren't like the sincere artists. Those might be the things Kendrick means. But let's flip it. Let's not be like them. It's okay to be strange. It's okay to be peculiar. It's okay to be separate from the crowd. It's okay to be a Christian. And it's okay that all of these things are probably synonymous. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, and the desires of the eyes, and pride of life, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires, but whoever does the will of God abides forever. Don't be like Drake. Don't be like Kendrick. Set yourself apart intentionally and be who God wants you to be without compromise. Don't be like them.